हरि ओम गुरुजी। हरि ओम। सदा शिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यां तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। 67 इदं ते न तपस्काय
इदन्ते नातपस्काय
न भक्ताय कदाचन
नाभक्ताय कदाचन
न चाशुश्रूषवे वाच्यम्
नाचाशुश्रुवे वाच्यम्
न च मां योऽभ्यसूयते।
न च मां योऽभ्यसूयति
य इमं परमं गुह्यम्
य इदं परमं गुह्यम्
मद्भक्तेष्वभिधास्यति।
मद्भक्तेष्वभिध्यासति धास्यति
भक्तिं मयि परां कृत्वा
भक्तिं मयि परां कृत्वा
मामे वैष्यत्य संशयः।
मामे वैष्यत्य संशयः
न च तस्मान्मनुष्येषु
न च तस्मान्मनुष्येषु
कश्चिन्मे प्रियकृत्तमः।
कश्चिन्मे प्रियकृत्तमः
भविता न च मे तस्मात्
भविता न च मे तस्मात्
अन्यः प्रियतरो भुवि।
अन्यः प्रियतरो भुवि
अध्येष्यते च य इमम्
अध्येष्यते च य इमम्
धर्म्यं संवादमावयोः।
धर्म्यसंवादमावयोः
ज्ञानयज्ञेन तेनाहम्
ज्ञानयज्ञेन तेनाहम्
इष्टस्यामिति मे मतिः।
इष्टस्याम् इति मे मतिः
श्रद्धावाननसूयश्च
श्रद्धावाननसूयश्च
शृणुयादपि यो नरः।
शृणुयादपि यो नरः
सोऽपि मुक्तः शुभान् लोकान्
सोऽपि मुक्तशुभान् लोकान्
प्राप्नुयात् पुण्यकर्मणाम्
प्राप्नुयात् पुण्यकर्मणाम्
कच्चिदेतच्छ्रुतं पार्थ
कच्चिदेतत् श्रुतं पार्थ
त्वयैकाग्रेण चेतसा
त्वयैकाग्रेण चेतसा
कच्चिदज्ञानसम्मोहः
कच्चित् ज्ञानसम्मोहः
प्रनष्टस्ते धनञ्जय
प्रनष्टस्ते धनञ्जय
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
नष्टो मोहस्मृतिर्लब्धा
नष्टो मोहस्मृतिलब्धा
त्वत्प्रसादान्मयाच्युत
त्वत्प्रसादान्मयच्युतः
स्थितोऽस्मि गतसन्देहः
स्थितोऽस्मि गतसन्देहः
करिष्ये वचनं तव
करिष्ये वचनं तव
Yeah. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna had completed his teaching, primary teaching, by the 66th shloka. And 67 onwards, he was giving the Sampradaya Vidhi. How is this teaching to be taught? Who should it be taught? Etc. He said those shlokas. And he also praised the teacher and praised the Shishya of this teaching, Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya. And then in 72, he's asking finally the question, did you follow what I said? Has this been heard by you? And did it clear all your doubts? That's what he said. Kachin Ajnana Sammohaha Pranashtaha Vanava Te He Dhananjaya. So now, generally, the teacher will not ask, do you know Atma? Do you know Brahma? That kind of question will not, no Swamiji will ask a student. Because we don't know what answer we'll get, number one. Number two, it's a natural process. And so, you keep studying until you know it properly. And after that, you can decide whatever you want. He said that. Is it? Yadichasi. That Guru, he said earlier. So, therefore, teachers cannot be anxious. They should know whether he or she did a good job or not. That's about the maximum. Then, since the teacher is watching, the teacher is not blind, Blind people can teach, nothing wrong. There is no requirement, eyesight is needed. So, Adhikaritvam list, if you say eyesight should be there and all, not said anywhere. So, blind people can easily know also. Blind people can teach also. But blind people will listen through the ears, okay, a lot more than people who are not blind. So they can figure out by the questions and all, they can figure out what's going on. And so here, a moment of suspense, what Arjuna is going to say. Because 19th chapter is not there. My guess will be that Arjuna said, that's it, I got it. He must have said, that's my guess. Because no means then again continuation. So, Nashto Mohaha. Mohaha, the word that was used by Krishna in 72, same word, sammohaha there. Here, moha. Mohaha nashta. You know the meaning of it. Okay. But Krishna doesn't say, this Arjuna doesn't say mohaha nashta. You know why? There's a lot of thinking behind it. You know, when my grandmother told me the Ramayana story, and which we remember, and she used to tell me about this how Hanuman came to Sri Rama from Sri Lanka. He came, and then Rama is eagerly waiting to listen. What should Hanuman say, and how should Hanuman say? That's the thing. And so Kanden Sidaya, like that in Tamil, it is there. Kanden Sidaya means found Sita. Found, the key word is a verb, not even noun. Noun he knows. Noun everybody knows. The question is, where is Sita? What is she? Is she alive or not? That also is a question. Therefore, one word found, Kanden. Valmiki says in Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayanam, he says, Drashta Sita. Drashta Sita. Tatra Maya Tatra Drashta Maya Sita. Like that, one shloka is there. In the fifth kanda, it comes. Some 68th sarga, some 65th sarga, it is there. Tatra Drashta Maya Sita. Drashta Sita. That's the key there. So here also, same idea. Don't want to give that moment of anxiety to Sri Rama, right? So here also, to say that Krishna is going to be anxious is a bit odd, but still, after all, human being characters are relating to each other, so everything is there. And so Nashto Moha, Nashta. Nashta means Krishna understood there already. Nashta. What is Nashta? Noun you pick up from the top. In 72, the noun was said already. Samoha was said. So noun is understood. So here, Nashtaha Mohaha. My delusion is gone. My confusion is gone. Confusion is gone. So this itself indicates to us something. What does it indicate? It indicates that this is not Swarga Prapti. See, to go to Swarga, what did Nachiketas tell us we should do? We should do something called Nachiketagni. Okay. Who should study Nachiketagni? The entire process and entire steps and everything. The person who is going to make the other person go to heaven is the only person who needs to study Nachiketa. What about the other person who want to go to heaven? They don't have to study. They just have to follow the steps and do things exactly as the person is told. Only the Purohit needs to know. Only the Pandita needs to know. Don't ask me what if Pandita wants to go to heaven, what will they do? So the process is there. And naturally, that also happens. So you don't have to study. You just have to be an astika if you want to go to heaven. That is why Shishta Dvaita and Dvaita. That Tattvam is so important. Bhakti is so important. Dasa Bhava is so important. Correct? Dasa Bhava is very important. Beyond that, Jnana Mandal is just not relevant. Not relevant. But all the stories are there so that I can develop that one. I can listen to the stories of Leela of Sri Krishna and everybody else. And Sri Rama. But here, delusion is gone. What delusion is there? To go to Swarga, what is a delusion possible? There's no delusion possible. Either you believe in Vishnu and then you go to Vishnu Loka. Not delusion. Therefore, look at that. All that Veda, I want Artha and Kama, so I do whatever needs to be done. But on top of that, I want to go to Swarga also. Okay, no problem. Gain some dharma, gain some punyam along the way. Do good. Do good. Keep on doing good also. Even if you don't do any yagas, it's all right. Do good. You can go to Swarga. You want to gain even more punyam? Then Veda says, yes, do all these yagas and homas. You will definitely go to Swarga. All right. No knowledge is required. No knowledge of Veda is required in any of this. This has to be nasty. Whatever needs to be done will be told by somebody else. The knowledge of dharma, adharma is required. Right, wrong. I have to know that. But here, how much 18 chapters we have to study for so many years. And finally, he says, Nashto Moha. From this, it becomes clear to us that the problem is caused by a mistaken understanding of myself. I've taken myself to be the body and then I suffer. Why? Because body is mortal and I don't want to be mortal. This mortality is the idea that everybody just not just hates, but also is afraid of. Life is led with fear of mortality. And so I lifelong, I just work against that mortality. Somehow I don't want to be mortal. Somehow. Every day. And usually Yamadharmaraja wins the game. And so life continues. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Mananam. And continues because I am not won yet. And I am not going to win also. In this idea, I'm never going to win. And therefore, this Advaita comes like a breath of fresh air, like oxygen for the guy who's struggling and says that, hey, starting, go back, what did you say you are? I am the body. That itself is wrong. That conclusion itself is wrong. You are the possessor of the body, you are the trustee of the body. Fine, that's good. But is Kshetram, you are Kshetrajna. Like that, Krishna had to teach us. So, therefore, Veda Vinashinam Nityam Yayenamajam Avyayam Katham Sapurushav Partha Kam Ghatayati Hantikam. There is a question of that Atma that is going to die. Avinashitu Tat Vidhi Yena Sarvamidam Tatam. That Atma is Avinashi. And Ajo Nitya Shashvatoyam Purana. We saw this. Not Shariram. Shariram is not Nityam. Shariram is Anityam. And I take myself to be that Shariram and I suffer. But once I know that Atma is Nityam, then I can very easily put up with this Anitya Shariram. I can put up with anything, however difficult it is. Difficulty is not going to go away. So, because now war is waiting. Arjuna is not going to Rishikesh. He is saying, I'm ready. He's going to say that shortly. Karishye Vachanam Tava is saying in this shloka itself. All right, we'll come to that shortly. So that that Swarupa, Atma Swarupa Jnanam, Jivatma Paramatma Aitya Jnanam, all that just comes suddenly. Once the fundamental problem is understood, the problem is also cognitive. Therefore, the solution has to be cognitive. A cognitive problem can only be solved by a cognitive solution. Cognitive means what? Mistake in understanding, understanding related. If I have a mistake in understanding, then the only solution is correcting my understanding. That is what he is happened to here. Nashtaha mohaha. Smritir labdha. Smriti is Strilingam. That's why labdha, Strilingam. Akara is Strilingam. So, labdha, gained. I gained. Something has been gained. What has been gained? Smriti. Smriti generally means memory, remembrance, anything related to the mind, remembering, memory. But here, jnanam labdham, jnanam labdham, vidya labdha. That is the meaning here. Jnanam, I got it. Whatever you want, you taught me, I got everything. Okay. Uh, and so, what happened to Arjuna after all the 18 chapters? Did he become a different person altogether? No, nothing happened to him. His duties continues to remain. At least he said, okay, Arjuna, we got a delegate for you. He can, she can, he can fight the war. You can just do whatever you want. Nothing like that also. No break from duties. This Vaidika Dharma is just amazing. The more and more I think about it. And you can walk away though if you take sannyasa. And that also to some extent is not in our hands. Sannyasa has to be given, not taken, really speaking. So therefore, uh, nothing happened. So what happened? Samsaritum is gone. I used to think I'm a samsari. Now I'm not a samsari. Then who are you? Essentially, I am Atma, but I am obviously clothed in this body. And whatever ashrama this body is in, or those duties I have to do. I am a karta as though I experience karma phalam as though. It's all as though, because body is going to experience it. But aham akarta asmi, essentially. Therefore, that is why the first shloka of the Bhagavad Gita of Sri Krishna, Ashochyan Anvasochastvam. Hey, there is really nothing can really give you grief. Ashochyan. Anu Sochastvam. Hey, on things that should not give you grief, you are grieving over. It is like the mother telling the child, hey, balloon, you should not cry when the balloon bursts. Can the child understand the statement? What do you mean you should not cry when the balloon bursts? Balloon can't give you sorrow. You can buy another balloon if you want. Really? Yes. Let it go. Balloons are meant to burst. Child is just looking like this. Balloons are meant to burst? Oh, you're depressing me. You're saying that another balloon, if I buy, it will burst again? No, we'll talk about it later. I'll buy you another balloon. Don't worry. Don't worry. So we have to measure our words. So that's the only way to remove that ajnanam, janma, kama, karma phalam, punarjanma cycle. This is the only way to break it. And so even Narada had to go through this process. Narada told Sanat Kumar, I like this story so much. He said, teach me something. I've told it so many times to you, and I feel like saying it again. Teach me something. Sanat Kumar says, you tell me what you know, then I'll teach you what you don't know. Because you may know everything. Then repetition, I'm sure you're not interested in repetition. So he gives a big list. Bhagavo Rigvedam Adhyemi, Yajurvedam Samavedam Atharvanaha, Itihasa Puranam. Okay, like this big list he gives. Tatra Vidya, Bhuta Vidya, Nakshatra Vidya, like this he gives a list. Then he says, then he says, he accepts. Antarvidevasmi aham, natu atmavit. He accepts. I'm a, I'm a knower of all mantras. If all mantras that are there, I know. But only thing I don't know is Atma. And so our Sanat Maharaj says, yes, you know a lot. In fact, you know everything except that which makes the difference between sorrow and happiness. What a statement to make. It seems so insulting. You know everything except that, except how to get happiness. So somebody says, it's a slap on the face. And so, uh, what does he say there? That he himself accepts. Then Bhagavo aham shochami. I am grieving, Narada is saying. And then so Shokasya param tarayatu. He please help me remove this sorrow, get this sorrow out of me. And Bhagavad Drishepyaha Shrutaha aham. I've heard from great people who know Bhagavan. I've heard that Tarati Shokam Atmavit. Atmavit, the one who knows the Atma, gets freed from sorrow. And then Sarat Kumara says, Vijijnasitavyaha. This must be understood, he says. He doesn't say it must be believed and all that. Vijijnasitavyaha. It's a very strong word. Jignasa is desire to know. Vijijnasa, may you desire to know. Vijijnasa, may you desire to know clearly this particular word. You yourself use the word Atmavit, that you should know. And Narada responds to that. Vijijnasa, hey Bhagavan, Vijijnasa. And he says, Bhumanam Vijijnasa, he says. Bhuma. Bhuma means Atma. In Chandogya Upanishad, in that particular section, it's called Bhuma Vidya. The word Bhuma is used to refer to Atma. So somebody says Bhuma Vidya, now you should be able to say, at least I know what it is. Comes in Chandogya. Bhumanam Bhagavo Jignasa. Please teach me Atma. That is what he's saying there. And our Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Tatra ko mohaha, tatra ko shokaha. So what has happened? What happens if I know this? Then ko mohaha. That moha word comes there also. Once I know it, then ko mohaha, ko shokaha. Both words are there in this Bhagavad Gita also. Once Atma is known, then where is the question of moha? Where is the question of shoka? Like that. In that Upanishad. Shvetashvatara Upanishad it's called. Mundaka Upanishad. We are going to study that. There also. Tasmin drishte paravare. Tasmin drishte paravare. Once that Atma is known, paramcha avaramcha, means this cause effect, this is all a world of cause and effect. Atma is free from cause effect. Who said Atma is free from cause effect? Who said Atma is free from cause and effect?
Yama.
Ah, you're close. You're close. Not Yama, but Yama student said. Nachiketa said. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra dharmat. Anyatra smat krita, kritat, krita, kritat. That's what Nachiketa is asking. Tell me that. All this cause effect and all I know. Karanam, karyam, everything is in that. We are in this phenomenological world. It's all Vyavaharika. Tell me that which is Paramarthikam. And so, Vidyate Hridaya Grantihi. Back to Mundaka. I was saying, Tasmin Drishte Paravare, Vidyate Hridaya Grantihi. All these knots, all the problems that are there in the heart. He says we have a lot of problems in the heart. And so, Vidyate Hridaya Grantihi. Granti means knot. All knotted up, And so all the knots are gone. That's the phalam for this Vidya. Shriyante chasya karmani, like that. All karmas are gone for that. Anyway, so this is that. And then, how did I get this knowledge? Svat prasadat. Okay. Svat prasadat. By your prasada, by your blessing, by your kataksham, by your compassion, by your teaching. I got it. Swamiji says, Vidya Garvaha. Vidya Garvaha. Garvaha means, this. I know it all. This is me. The Garvaha is there. Who do you think? This house is so great. Yeah, I designed it. I designed it. So give me the credit, okay? So that me is always there. So Swamiji says, this Vidya Garvaha is the worst form of Garva which can never be removed. All other things can be removed. Somehow it can dissipate. But Vidya Garvaha is hard. Hard. That's why when knowledge is given to people, they say some 7 or 8 companies in the world control all the products you and I consume. Almost all, not all, not all. And so all this Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Procter and Gamble and all that. And everything you touch, you're touching Procter and Gamble. Okay. And we don't know the name and all. Who is going to look at all manufacture? All minute letters are there. You can't even read because as you get old, also, these eyes are also failing. You can't read. And so but it's all coming from there. And so the powerful they've become. And knowledge makes them even more powerful. And if they don't use it for the right purposes, then not so good things can happen. I'm not blaming companies or anything, but I'm saying just the idea that garvaha, then keep to yourself also. Copyright and trademark and all that. And anyway, so Tat Prasadat, Guru Prasadat, Guru Prasadat. Why is Guru needed for this knowledge? Why is a Guru needed? Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hey, this is a very interesting kind of even called subject knowledge. Subject means it should be offered in college. That's why I didn't say subject. I feel very odd to say subject. College also they offer. They teach Kathopanishad and all that. Okay. In philosophy departments they teach. Remember, there was a person who was attending the Kathopanishad class. She was a professor. And I learned something from her. She told me on the phone call, she told me that, I mean, she's a qualified professor. She was absolutely stunned by this class. After some classes, she said, Guruji, we are also teaching this class, Upanishad, I'm teaching. But you people are living the life. That word she used, you people are living the life. And we are only simply looking at it, translating it, and saying, you see the difference? When she said that, I mean, I became enlightened that day. And so that's the difference here. That is the Shastram, that's what it gives us. And Krishna also said in this one, Guru needed, right? Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. Fourth chapter, somewhere it comes. 434. And so, Tvat prasadat, by your kataksham. So, Swamiji mentions all this. Sparsha diksha and all. Sparsha diksha is there. Means you get diksha by looking. No, it's a very sacred thing. When Sannyasi Swami is looking at us, when we are in their presence, it's a big blessing for us. And so Sparsha Diksha. I told you the story about Sparsha Diksha. And our Swamiji here, Paravidyananda. Once Puja Swamiji in the ashram held on to his shoulder like this, and walking together. And Paravidyananda ji said, Swamiji, today I got Sparsha Diksha. Our Swamiji is crystal clear. He will never allow people to make wrong conclusions. He says, forget it. There is no Sparsha Diksha and all. So Diksha value is there. Don't, you can have the value. But don't get stuck with that. Are you attending classes or not? That's it. That there is no Diksha. If Sparsha Diksha were there, tell me, why 18 chapters? Krishna is not capable of Sparsha Diksha? Krishna is capable. 18th chapter Bhagavad Gita, Sanskrit, all these things, Lunga, Langa, etc. What is this little lut and all? What are you talking about? Huh? Is this my karma? I have to listen to Guruji, all these things. In my karma, what to do? Who needs all this? Sparsha Diksha, there are enough sannyasis on earth, and India especially. There are many, many Mahatmas who can do Sparsha Diksha. Without Sparsha also, they can give Diksha. Like this, they can say, sitting far away. You don't have to touch them also. They don't have to touch you. There is no school required, no college is required. What are you talking? It won't work like that. Sparsha Diksha and all won't work. And when the mistake is happening in the head, the only way to correct the mistake is by knowledge. Knowledge means teaching. Teaching means learning, studying. And so that's the process here. And otherwise, there is no need for all these courses, Sanskrit courses, Asha Seva Kendram, and making them do homework and this and that, and submitting homeworks every week. And what a painful process it is. No, it's not a painful process. It's a joyful process. Those who feel it's a pain, they quit the course anyway. They don't join the course. So, therefore, this Mauna Vyakhya business doesn't work. मौनव्याख्या प्रकटितपरब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानं वर्षिष्टान्तेव सदृशिगणैरावृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः. There's a beautiful, Dakshinamurti Ashtakam is there. And for that Dakshinamurti Ashtakam that Shankaracharya wrote, there is a Dhyana Shloka. Dhyana Shloka starts with like this, Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita. You have to visualize this Dakshinamurti, Shiva, sitting with a crossed leg, and with the mala and all these things are there, and with this hands and this mudra, chinmudra, and mauna vyakhya prakatita. So it seems Dakshinamurti is silent. Mauna vyakhya, he gave a vyakhya, he taught. Who did he teach? All these four disciples are there. They're all rishis, they're all old, they're all long beard, white gray beard and all they have. And this guy is yuva. Chitram Bhattataror Mule, Vridha Shishya Guru Yuva. Guru is so young, and all the students are so aged. Okay, fine. But Mauna Vyakhya, just by silence, just by looking. Silence. Through silence, he taught the students. This is the popular translation. You have to scratch off that popular translation. Just put it in the trash like this. Why? What is the proof for that? 18 chapters of Gita is a proof. Krishna could have done the same thing. Yeah, Arjuna, just sit. We have to fight. I need to teach you something. Come, close your eyes. I'll also close my eyes. We have to do something. You have to just do something and you have to learn something very important. It'll take 5 minutes. You can then do that. No, Vyakya means, hey, Vyakya is, it is that which cannot be expressed by words. That is why that word mauna is used. What is that? Atma cannot be expressed by words because it's not an object. Words can only reveal objects. It really cannot reveal something that is the subject. That's the irony of the whole thing. That is why it is a guhyam, paramam guhyam. You can be the scholar in any language. You can be a polyglot, they say. Many languages they know. Doesn't help you, my dear friend. Because Atma is the subject. And no word can reveal the subject. Abba, this is too much it is. And so, therefore, this Mauna Vyakya, by silence, Shiva taught all these disciples. It's good to hear, nothing wrong. And the joy you can see. But when we study, we have to understand that Mauna Vyakya means what? Hey, it is something that cannot be revealed by words. Shiva did what words cannot do, what the greatest scholar also cannot do. Na medhayana bahuna shrutena. Where did we see that? Kathopanishad. Correct? Naisha tarkena matirapaneya. Something comes. I forgot the actual starting point. Na medhaya na bahuna shrutena. Hey, with great medha, shakti and all won't help here. That's why that Mauna Vyakya was said as the Dhyana Shloka for Dakshinamurti Stotram. So, that's why he says Tvat Prasada, because of the blessing, your blessing. Because only the person who knows that can communicate all this. So, Achyuta, hey Achyuta. Uh, Shruti. Shruti means um, uh, Shruti means change. Asti, jayate, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyati. This is change. Everything in this world is subject to the shad vikara. So, that which is not subject to shad vikara is called achyutaha. Na vidyate, jasya achyutaha. So, unchanging. That is why Krishna, Vishnu, Chakra, center portion. He is pointing to that unchanging aspect, which is me and which is you. Kshetrajnan chapi mam vidhi. Sarva kshetreshu bharata. Siddhaha vinashamabjayasyasya na kaschit kartum arhasi. All that was there. Veda vinashinam nityam yayena majam abhyayam. Chiti achyutaha. Anyway, then who am I? Gata sandehaha. Because moha is gone, confusion is gone. Arjuna can now be called as Gata Sandehaha. Gata Sandehaha refers to Arjuna, the person Arjuna. Gataha Sandehaha. Yasya Saha Gata Sandehaha. Who is he? The one whose doubts are gone, cleared, removed, destroyed is called Gata Sandehaha. And what was Krishna Arjuna Sandeha? Nothing to do with Atma and Atma. Chiketa was clear, but Krishna's question was entirely different. Dharma adharma sandeha. What is the question? Not Atma anatma sandeha. No, that is not his doubt. But Arjuna lucked out because he said, Shishyasteham. If you say Shishya, the Guru cannot stop. So, Dharma sammoda chetaha, he said there. So, there is not the Atma sammoda. Sthitosmi. Sthito asmi. Aham sthitaha asmi. Sthitaha means what? Stable, steady, ready. Okay. I'm now clear. I'm ready. I'm ready to do what is to be done. Sthitaha asmi. Now I don't all this Gandhi, Vamsamsate Hastat, Parishushyati, all these things. My hands are all sweaty. And the this one, bow is falling down, sliding down my hands. No, no, no. Sthitaha asmi. I'm ready now. We got it. What should then what? Karishe vachanam tava. Tava vachanam. Your vachanam. Karishe. I will do. Karishe. I will do your vachanam. Whatever you tell me, I will do. Whatever you tell me, I will. Now, but if you say whatever you tell me, I will do. If you look at the Bhagavad Gita, next shloka is Sanjay Uvacha. There is no Sri Bhagavan Uvacha anymore. So he is not saying, tell me now what I should do. No, he's not saying. Because then Krishna should have responded. Did not respond. Tava vachanam karishe. Whatever I heard from you, whatever I learned from you, whatever you told me was the right thing to do, karishe. Told me enough times. So many things. And so, tava vachanam karishe hato va prapsesi swargam चित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम् ततो युद्धाय तस्माद् उत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय उत्तिष्ठ is a command really speaking तस्माद् उत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृत निश्चयः make up your mind to fight this war and then get up what he said in the second chapter is युद्धाय कृत निश्चयः fourth chapter also he said Chitvayinam Samshayam Yogam Atishta Uttishta. Like that he said. Bharata. Many times he said this, get up, get up, get up. So here, just a technical point, not important in general, but technical point. You may think Krishna is making Arjuna do. Krishna is making Arjuna fight. It is Krishna's decision for Arjuna to fight the war. No, sir, it's not like that. It is Arjuna's decision to fight the war. Good teacher will never make decisions for the student. Period. That's it. Student has to think it through and then decide what is the right. That's why he says Karishe Vachat Tava Vachana. Krishna said, yeah, if I were you, this is what I would do. That's not that you can say advice, but it's not Karayitatvam. Karayita, Karayita. All these mafia dons, they don't kill anybody. They make other people kill other people. So not like that. Krishna is not like that. So just a technical point there. So तस्मात् त्वमुत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व भुङ्क्त्वा शत्रून् राज्यं समृद्धम् मयैवेते निहिताः पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्. Which chapter is that? Hmm? 11th chapter.
11th chapter.
Not 12th. 11th? I think it's 11th.
11th.
Because it is Vibhuti Yoga. Not Vibhuti. Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. I think that's where it comes. Swatvam Tishta Yasho Labhasva. Go gain fame. Like that he said there also. Jitva Shatru. Winning over. So these are all Krishna's words. So in fact, future is already written in the Bhagavad Gita. All right. So Arjuna can now say, okay, if I'm an Ajnani, just to put it black and white, if I'm an Ajnani, then I must do my karma, I must fight this war for the sake of Antakarna Shuddhi, Karma Yoga Buddhya. If I'm a Jnani, because Jnanam is not going to ask my permission. If I'm ready, it will come. That's it. Okay, it won't ask my permission. Are you ready? Are you a Karma Yogi? Do you have any pending actions? This, that, nothing. Jnanam will be there. Mature mind will know. That's it. And so if I'm a jnani, what should Arjuna do? A. Karmanaiva hi samsiddhim astita janakadayaha lokasangrahamevapi sampashyan kartumarhasi. There, Bhavan Shankara says that shloka comes in maybe third chapter. And there he's talking about Janakadayaha, Karmanaivahi Samsiddhim Astita Janakadayaha. Kings like Janaka also learned this Vidya. You are not the first one, or you're not going to be the last one. They also learned, and they gained Siddhi. Being a king, they learned it and understood it, and they did not run away. They did not give up their kingship. Yeah, they continued to rule. Why? How? What is the attitude? Loka sangrahartam. Loka sangrahamevapi. For the benefit of humanity. Therefore, Arjuna can now say, if I'm a jnani, then I'll still fight the war. My decision is not going to change. But now it's for the benefit of humanity. I will do it. That should be Arjuna's thinking right now. Shankara says Arjuna knows in his commentary. Arjuna has become a jnani, like that he says. This is Bhashikara's view. And Krishna also has said something. What did he say? Name parthasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nanavaptamavaptavyam varta eva cha karmani. Hey, here, Arjuna. Name parthasti kartavyam. Hey, Partha, there is nothing for me to do at all. Trishu lokeshu. Maybe here in Bhuloka you have nothing to do, but once you go back home, they are waiting for you. They're going to give you a big list of things to do. No, Trishu lokeshu kinchana. All worlds I have nothing to do, nothing to accomplish. Nanamapta. Yet varta eva cha karmani. I am still active. Karmani varte aham varte. I am still active at this moment. I am active, even though I have nothing to do. I am active. Means what? Playing the role of this Krishna Avatara. That role is there and it's been given to me, so I'm playing that role. If I am playing the role, the Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktiman, Sarvavyapi is playing the role, you also should do the same thing. Like that he had said then. So therefore, Arjuna is clear about all these things. And then there's probably some silence. Why silence? Because Arjuna has no doubts. Ashto moha. And Krishna has nothing to teach because all teaching is done. And Krishna asked the question, did you understand? And so there is silence here. And so no more Arjuna Uvacha is going to come. No more Sri Bhagavan Uvacha is going to come. Let's translate the shloka. Maya, there is one word that I did not explain. Maya comes. Maya. Maya means by me. By me. Maya smritihi labdha. That is the way to connect the words. Maya smritihi labdha. Jnanam is gained by me. That's every other word I. All right. Arjuna said, by your grace, knowledge of myself has been gained by me. Sorry. By your grace, my delusion is gone. Just before that, by your grace, my delusion is gone. And and knowledge of myself has been gained by me. Knowledge of myself has been gained by me. So, of myself, you should put in parenthesis. Because knowledge of myself is not there. Of myself. And then in the previous fragment, my delusion is gone. My also can be put in brackets. His mama is not there. Hey Achyuta, oh Achyuta, I remain as, uh, sorry, not now. I remain free from all doubts. I remain free from all doubts. I will do what you say. Arjuna said, by your grace, my delusion is gone, and knowledge of myself has been gained by me. Hey Achyuta, I remain free from all doubts. I will do what you say. Let's chant the next sloka. Haraji, unmute yourself. Sanjaya Uvacha
Sanjaya Uvacha
Ityaham Vasudevasya
Ityaham Vasudevasya
Parthasya cha Mahatmanaha
Parthasya cha Mahatmanaha
Samvadamimam Samvadamimam Ashrausham
Samvadamima Ashtrosham
Adbhutam Romaharshanam.
Adbhutam Romaharshanam
Again. Ityaham Vasudevasya
Ityaham Vasudevasya
Parthasya cha Mahatmanaha
Parthasya cha Mahatmanaha
Samvadamimam Ashrausham.
Samvadamima Mimam Ashtosham
So the way to do it, if it's confusing, Samvadamimam Ashrausham.
Samvadam imam Ashtosham
Samvadamimam Ashrausham.
Samvadamima Ashtosham
Adbhutam Romaharshanam.
Adbhutam Romaharshanam.
We'll resume the next class. Om Apadamapahārtaram Dātāram Sarvasampadām Lokabhiramam Sriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ